Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin and the Alts as always. Good morning, bonjour to everyone. Reading the chat right now because there are some people writing in French. Anyways, hope you're doing great. Hope you had a nice weekend with this bloody Bitcoin again over the weekend. So we're going to cover all of this before to update everything. I'm going to make a bit of a summary. So what we have planned in the last update was, I took a long on Elliott and not on Bitcoin by the way, but was looking for this long trade of the retest of the breakout. So we've got a good breakout here, the retest and the continuation. It was either this, and if I had to get acceptance back below this support, we could look for a short and so a full reversal basically. So we've got the touch into our long target, and from here we've got the lovely continuation perfectly. We've got the perfect following really of the throw. This is just pretty crazy. So yeah, very good long trade. Sadly unable to break through, the value high basically to go and touch some high levels for some, better shorts. But anyways, and yeah, so from here we've got the crypto summit, all of this. We've got, what was this by the way? Yeah, we've got two longs then possible. This one here recognized that we had to take the lows once more, swing through and fail auction. We've got none of this, so I say no long before. And the second touch here, nothing good really. Waited for the Fed. I did took a long on this too, and then the second one here, the first one did took profit into the VWAP, as I said, for the ones that have been aggressive, and the next one took one, but I closed it before the crypto summit occurred on entry basically. And yep, since then what we've got here is also some possible long trades on so 4 out. It was Elliott, Metis, AAVE, Ethereum, but as I said, I'm not taking any long trade on Bitcoin. So yes, we went into the target over around the crypto summit time, but we got a bit of a bounce, but nothing crazy. I mean, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is not bouncing, right, this is not going to bounce. So yeah, but you can see here we've got a bit of a bounce at the time of the crypto summit, but nothing. I mean, well, yeah, that was an insane crypto summit. Anyways, yeah, and so as I said in Bitcoin, share this possible. Where was this here? This possible triangle that I shared in the last update, if I'm correct. Can't remember exactly, but normally I did. This possible triangle, this was in 2022. I don't know if you remember, where we've got this big triangle here, and then the break to the upside to trap even more longs, and bam, full reversal, and move this down again. So it was looking really like this, but as I said in the time before to go on Friday, I'm not going to long Bitcoin here. It's in the middle really of nowhere. There is no support at the place we're at the moment. So yeah, let's see where we are on Monday. Happy weekend to you all. So this was something possible, but again, no any long trade for me on Bitcoin yet. I want to see where we are on Monday, and it looks like this was the right decision because we've got the move to the downside, a continuation to the downside. Yeah, so make sure again, and by the way, I did close it the Elliott long also, by the way. I can't remember, I don't know which trade I wrote this in here. Yeah, I'll close the long on Elliott, to be honest. We'll wait for Bitcoin to get another entry because Bitcoin was bearish at the time. So I closed it the Elliott long, and it looks like that was a good idea because that was a good decision because the long was here. We've got a full reversal since then. That's a bit of problem of longing the breakout, but at the time it was possibly bullish, so that was a valid long. Closing on entry, so now yeah, it's fine. So let's get rid of that. Well, we're going to update Bitcoin first of all. Let's go with this. Perfect. So let's go with this. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that thing. Let's go with a weekly time frame. Again, by the way, all these updates in Discord are absolutely free. So, sorry, it's, for you, not for me. I have my plan, just sharing everything so you stay updated, really. After the daily update. So, weekly, there is nothing. Monthly, already, yes. And the daily, there is nothing on the weekly. Alright. So daily, there is no daily here, nothing. Okay, well, nothing crazy to update. Let's go into the charts here. Boom. Okay, so 92,475. Let's try on the ticks one as always, 499, so it's more the same basically. Okay, DNPOC. Okay, yeah. Nice. Then we have 88,037.5. So let's take that one here. Right. Let's try on the ticks one here. Good. So then we have. And we did not took that high, this poor high here. But again, 4 made a good one next, as you can see. No need to take it if the retest is good. Anyways, and now we have absolutely nothing, just a poor high here. Alright, anyways, let's see the naked session path control. So 1A, 93, 190. Yeah, okay, no need. 89, 490. $86, 150. $85, 350. There we go. And that's it. And TPOs. Yeah, okay, 88, 122. And 85, 922. All right. 922 by the way. Alright, so basically for me here there is absolutely no long to take on Bitcoin. Okay, we're still in the range, but I'm waiting for a sign of strength. Well, we've got, you know, this triangle we're spotting here, so possibly, you know, for this longer correction, but it's never happened, so we're just gonna stay with this wave. So this took a little longer really into the 7x6, but I'm gonna look for this personally. Okay, sorry, so let's move this a little bit more on the right. I'm gonna simply remain patient for low here unless we see a reclaim of this value low, and once you've got that, to be honest with you, it's gonna be again pretty complex to long, because if we get this, of course, next we'll have triangle support, that is again another resistance. If we manage to break this, we can look for the triangle top and path control value very high, to be honest with you. Okay, so let me just confirm where are the resistance here, but normally, by the way, do I have any news today? No. Tomorrow we have some news at 3 p.m. UTC +1, and otherwise we will see it later this week. Yeah, so this we also have. We don't care. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so yeah, that will be this. So yeah, well, this one first of all, okay, on a lower time frame. So again, we can look for a short on this. Again, I don't have any limits up here. I just it's to trade based off the reaction as always. So we just have to read the order flow as always. Okay. If this is reclaimed, we can look for the next one. That is basically the triangle bottom. Sorry, so support that is now resistance as going below. Okay, so well, it depends where we approach it exactly. For example, we take some more time. Reclaim is gonna be there. If we just go through directly, it's gonna be there. So well, it's well, the triangle bottom really. Okay, from here to here, extend it to the right, and that's it. So triangle bottom, if we do reclaim this, we can look for the path control basically of the full range with a 61886% and up to the value high. If we do break this, I'm expecting all the highs to be taken and go towards 96 100 zone, basically around this monthly negative path control, you know, anchored you up from the all-time high. So yeah, these are the targets. This one next, we can extend that to the value high. If this is broken, we have the next one, you know, with a big higher time frame short we have planned, possibly up to this high here for an SFP. Okay, but basically with the big levels here, so we have the anchored VWAP, monthly negative path control, weekly level, we also have a monthly there now. No, it's above. So yeah, some big levels here basically. Okay, but yeah, I'm not really looking for, well, a trade here, maybe the short here, but I'm already full short on every account I have, so I cannot short anymore. That's a bit the problem right now. So yeah, the only trade I will look basically here is a long, but for a long I don't want to, well, I want to see a sign of strength, and even with this I really want to see some confirmations that we are going to push high on the order flow, really see some good data. Otherwise for now I'm just remaining patient for lower. Basically lower means what? We can look simply, you know, for the gap. Oh well, we have another gap by the way now. Wow, this is a big one by the way, more of this. Yeah, that's a pretty big one. Well, that's something to be aware of. Here. Okay, so basically here 86,430. Well, yeah, that will be a backtest of the triangle bottom basically. So yeah, possible short trade off the top here if we manage to fill it. If we manage to reclaim the value area low, then we can look for the triangle bottom, and so we can look for a short around the gap high. Okay, just gonna set an alert here personally, so gap bottom, and another one here, gap top, so I do not forget about this. Yeah, but anyways, let's come back on the longs here. So on the longs we can, you know, we've got this fake out basically into the gap the last time, so now we can look simply for an SFP of this bottom. Okay, and if we don't do an SFP, we can look for a move down to the bottom of the gap, and so the gap to the field. So of course the bottom of the gap will act as support. Now I'm not going to lie, well, 277 100, I'm not sure we have some crazy big support with that. Yeah, the support are basically below here, so that will end up really alert or something. No, sorry, so the bottom of the gap here, that will be more if we go and bounce from the bottom of the gap, that will be really for a swing £30 or a fair auction of the current bottom we have done. Okay, so around 78,000. Okay, if we do not swing £30 or do a fair auction of this low, we are simply going to see the lower levels, so to speak. Here what we're going to do is, I mean, what I'm going to do, you do whatever you want as always, not saying what you have to do. It's simply trade. Why is the sound reducing like that? This is pretty weird. We're simply going to look for, you know, for this range we have been trading for a while. Last time was in there, so this range here. Okay, we have the top here and the bottom here. So very simple thing, we can look for a flip to support of this range, a bounce. Of course, if we bounce, we do not look for a full reversal. We have to look for a bounce to possibly go lower. It all depends on the wave we're going to create to the upside and the data we're going to get here if we have to bounce. So this is impossible to say right now, but this is a possible long in play, and this is a very, 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 very key target. So I would say if we start breaking this, well, 78 low, and if we break the gap bottom, okay, we can look for 74,000 basically next. And if we do not hold 74,000, it means that we are getting acceptance back into this gap, into this range, and so we simply have to trade back this range until it breaks, as simple as that. So if we get acceptance back here into the range, we can look for the middle of the range next basically. Okay, so this Valera high and this weekly negative path control, but the next big support will be this one here, around 60,000. If we break 60,000, sorry, down to 56, okay, this is a war zone really, but this is a very, very, very big one. If we start breaking this, we can look for the bottom of the range. So again, we can look for a swing through power fail auction, a fake out really below the range. Well, we just have to trade this range basically, okay? And so into this range, we have these two supports in the middle, and the best between the two is this path control basically, okay, this latest uptrend path control with the anchor rate view up from the very bottom we have done at 15,000. Okay, so am I going to go lower right now? Not really, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to stay with it. I think it's enough at the moment. I don't know if you have any questions on this. Well, this is the same plan basically on the last updates, but well, spending a little bit more time now because it seems more likely that we're going to go lower, to be honest with you. Okay, so with a swing through parallel fail auction, if you want to look at a wave, we can look for, you know, if you want to look for a swing through parallel fail auction with a possible gap fill, you can look for this 1-to-1 extension. If you break this, you have this 74,000 top of the range, so you can look for this, well, 72,000 here. That will be a bit of a weaker move, a bit below, but nothing crazy still. What's moving right now? Oh, Bitcoin. Gap into the gap bottom right now. So yeah, then you can look for the range high, and if the range high is not holding, you can look for the next target, you know, the 65,000 Valera high. So I mean, this is just following, you know, the fibs are following the levels. It gives also some more confidence into the levels we have planned. And again, this is a configuration. If we have to go max to this 1618, if we go down below the 1618, drop even further, well, this is not that one anymore. For example, if the Z-wave go and touch the 200%, this is not the Z-wave anymore. We take the ultra bearish configuration, so to speak, this WXY, and this is a Y wave, and this can go really a lot lower to 44,000. And next, again, if we have still to be bearish, we can look for a bigger WXY or a WXY done, and here X and Z, for example. So add again 2 more waves if we have to continue the drop. Okay, so but yeah, for now let's focus on this one. Okay, that was a bullish one if we had to do something bullish, basically, you know, leading with a smaller way of an ending, but well, still in play, to be honest with you. This can still be a wave 2, then we can look for a wave 3, 4, 5, something really boring like this, but well, yeah, it's not invalidated, but well, it seems very unlikely unless we get some reclaim. So for now, I will look for this, more likely, to be honest with you. Well, what we have planned basically mainly. Yeah, so ABC zigzag down here for the Z wave. If you want to play with the wave only targets, you can look for the 1-to-1 extension, the 1823 or 1618 of the Z wave. If you prefer the levels, you have them, and if you want to play with both, it's even better. Well, you have them also both. That's pretty nice. Alright, get bottom here, so let's see what we are having right now. Really weak move up. So yeah, nothing crazy. Added some very big ticks, as you can see, because it was a very, very volatile on the other days. And yeah, well, the alts, by the way, just to move really quickly on the alts, I mean, I'm just gonna wait for some sign of strength, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for some sign of strength. Here we've got a new low, massive SFP, by the way. This is insane. And here is just like really, really, really low right now. It'll be really cool to reclaim this section here. If we don't, well, this was a pretty quick move up, so we might get a pretty quick move down too. So that'll be cool to get a reclaim here, but well, we'll see. It depends on Bitcoin. Metis, yeah, a bit of a bounce with a Bitcoin rise right now, but let's see what was the order flow here. So overall, normally the move down was very strong. You can see here we are moving down with an open interest increasing. We start from 1.25 billion to 1.3 almost. So this is, well, this is filled by shorts basically. So this is a strong move down. Do we have any absorption down there? Looks like not. We don't. Oh well, a bit here, but I mean, nothing crazy. Let's see on the 5 minutes there. Yeah, no absorption. Wow. This is very weak. Only 2.6 million. Wow. It's nothing. Yeah, I mean, the amount of shorts here is insane, and nothing is getting absorbed. That's pretty crazy. Not even here. Look at that. 8, 4, 1, 2, 3. And nothing is getting absorbed. I mean, yeah, no, nothing is getting absorbed here. Only on the retrace here. Maybe on the lower time frame here it was. No. Not even here. Wow. Just checking if you have some good data before the bounce, but no, nothing right now. Well, that's a very, 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 very weak move. At the moment, this is there's no way for me to long that thing. But yeah, let's see. Well, if we fill the gap, we can look, as I said, for the triangle bottom there. So that brings us with, well, first of all, we are into the first resistance, but next it's 86,400. So yeah, that brings us with a short base. Yep, so that's a short basically around there. And well, if we manage to hold everything with a big weakness like that, well, we might get some stronger data next. Okay, for example, we've got a lot of shorts, so now we are going to reclaim with just some shorts getting wrecked basically. And next we're going to get a pullback, and on this pullback here we're going to form some stronger data for a continuation. Maybe if we have to retreat back to reverse from here, but for now there is, for me, no way to long that. This is just pretty weak. So yeah, yeah, we'll have the plan right now, and on the outs I am remaining patient. So that's it for today. We're live for 25 minutes. Perfect. Well, perfect. Or are you having such a big move up suddenly? Well, these are just some shorts you can see getting wrecked basically, and you of course got a bit of longs come in. You can see we've got like 2.4 million here, a bit closing here, but you can see everything is getting absorbed. You can see the move here, the move down is getting absorbed. You have a lower low and a low here, higher low. So there are some longs absorbing the move down, and next, boom, is rising. You don't have some big longs next opening also to reverse that. Yeah, you've got some before basically. Got some here. Longs absorbing the move down, reversed. But yeah, there is no real big long next. You can see you have a few 100,000. Well, it looks like this was announced to reverse the market, right? Again, there is not only Bybit, of course, it's moving also with well, Binance, all the other exchange. So we might get some longs on some other exchange, right? But yeah, this move is not filled by longs. This is just shorts getting wrecked, basically. So this is really not strong at all. But again, I mean, only 3.2 million. This is just extremely weak. I mean, small. This is just very, 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 very small right now. So yeah, well, no trade for me in this. Or you can, if you get some demand or an MC short reaction of this value at all, it can be an aggressive scalp short to move this down again. And if you keep raising with a weak move up here, you're going to go into the next one here, and well, you might get normally a short. You have more chance to get a reversal at some point. And if you don't get the reversal, as I said, you just keep moving up like this with some very weak data. You're going to pull back at some point, maybe small, but from this pullback start from some very strong bullish data and good breakout and everything here for a continuation basically. But yeah, basically when you have this, generally speaking, it's not good for a continuation. So we might reverse from any of these targets. Yeah, so that's it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed. So not the craziest update, but well, now waiting personally and remaining patient for lower prices next. I'm looking for this ABC zigzag still mainly. Yeah, with the targets, levels, and the wave targets, this is, well, the same basically. So yeah, hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you enjoyed this update. If you enjoy, as always, please feel free to smash a like, subscribe. So if you want to subscribe, and you can also write a comment down below. It helps a lot as always. Thank you so much if you take the time to do it. It helps. And if you want to stay updated, don't forget also, I'm saying this for you, not for me, I'm in the Discord, I'm writing the stuff so I know what's my plan, but if you want to get the plan, everything, it's free, there is nothing to pay, just join the Discord server and you will get all the updates now in the time. If I'm long or short, I'm not of course saying this all the time, this is not a signal group, the goal is to make, well, to you learn and you make your own decisions. This is the best way to make money in any case in trading, to follow yourself and trust your plan. You can of course help yourself with some others' plan, but well, at some point you do not need this anymore. You can make your own and just trade your own stuff basically. Okay, so I'm here to help, and so you can just yeah, get my plan, well, just follow along basically if you want to, and just maybe add something in confidence with your TAs, or I don't know, but well, yeah, everything is free. Feel free to join, and yeah, on this being said, have a brilliant day ahead. Take care of you, and catch you all on Wednesday for the next daily update, 10 AM, same time as always, UTC+1. Take care of you, and see you in the next one. Cheers.